Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective today. Search African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
The Cape Independency Advocacy Group says it intends to send a delegation to the United States where it will raise funds and garner diplomatic support for its campaign to have an independent Western Cape in South Africa. The group says it has written to President Cyril Ramaphosa and the Minister of International Relations and Cooperation and the Western Cape Premier to formally notify them of their plans. Phil Craig, the leader of this organization, says they are well within their rights to do so. Check out this clip.
You've written to the President, Ronald Lamola, as well as the Western Cape Premier, to say what exactly?
Just to, in the first instance, just to inform them that we're intending to go to the United States and that we're going to lobby there for Cape independence. We've taken legal advice. We've always been an organisation that stayed within the bounds of the Constitution and is pushing for Cape independence democratically, peacefully, and legally. So we're about to go to the US, and the advice we received, and I thought it was sensible advice, is look, let's not do anything underhand. We'll put our cards on the table. We'll be very transparent in what we're doing, and we've written to those, the President, the Premier, and the Minister of DECOY, and we've said, look, we believe we have the right to do this. We intend to do this, but in the spirit of fair play, we're going to give you full notice.
My question is, why hasn't our government revoked this person's citizenship? Because clearly he's not an investor, he's not an asset to this country. Also, can the government tell us how Phil Craig still has citizenship here? Why isn't he being deported or being charged for treason as a foreign national residing in South Africa? Our laws are too lenient with these people. I'm so sick and tired of black leaders tiptoeing around white people at our expense. They are literally taking advantage of our leniency. Actually, no. The laws are not lenient about how matters like this should be handled. The government chooses not to implement those laws based on who they are leveled on. With the Marikana human beings, they implemented the law and even more. What is the difference between these two groups? Their skin color, of course. For those who do not know, the Marikana incident on August 16th, 2012, 34 miners who worked at Cyril Ramaphosa's mine were killed by police for protesting for increase of wages. According to the law, the miners' actions was considered a wildcat strike because it was not sanctioned by their union and went against the established strike procedure. A commission of inquiry headed by Judge Ian Farlam, established that the miners' actions were in contravention of strike laws and therefore unprotected, which warranted the police to open fire and kill over 34 black miners. Today, we have a president who killed 34 black people and plays dead when white people like Phil Craig break the law and goes against our constitution despite being a foreigner in this country. The way the DA is so silent about this guy or fighting tooth and nail to get him out of the media, yet continue his divisive rhetoric, makes me think if they also support this Cape independence and they low-key want it. This may seem light, however, given how Trump has been moving lately, it cannot be ignored. What is our government doing about it? If this man was a Nigerian or Zimbabwean, we would have seen flames. The reactions from the government and the citizens would have straddled the fence of xenophobia. South African politicians hate black people. That's why the only foreigners they harass are black ones. Yet the ones causing the most harm are left unchecked. Black South Africans, we are on our own. It's time to start forging alliances with like-minded people across the continent. The problem started when Nelson Mandela forgave these demons on our behalf. No, it was bound to happen. Apparently, he also okayed Orania. Imagine, What they fail to realize is that we will never be like Nelson Mandela again. Things will end deadly for them this time. They'll meet an end so cruel the devil will weep if they try that nonsense with us. We are not Nelson Mandela. We don't share the same ideology with that Nelson Mandela. Ah, Shem, try that thing. Try that thing with us. You think this is a joke. You think we're gonna take this lying down like we did before. We are not our grandparents. Here we shoot to kill, Baba. This is not UK. They must deport this person. So as I was scrolling down X, I saw a post of someone. I will post it right now so we can also discuss that video. I saw a post where someone said that the reason why America is suddenly obsessed with South Africa is that it's not merely because of the Boers like that. Yes, the Boers then there. It's not really about us taking as Israel to the International Court of Justice. Yes, that also adds to the obsession and the heightened tension between South Africa and America. But apparently, it's because of the Red Sea route. So shipping coming from America to Israel can't go through the Red Sea because the Yemen groups, yes, there's a certain group in Yemen, the country Yemen, there's a certain group that is busy bombing, like literally bombing ships that are coming from the United States to Israel using the Red Sea route. So the reason why now that America is obsessed with South Africa is that the alternative route crosses in around the Western Cape. Because yes, that tip at the end of South Africa, Cape Town, yes. So the ships have to now find an alternative route, and the alternative route is now going across the Western Cape. That's why the obsession with South Africa. Check out what this man had to say.
Class is in session. So why is America so obsessed with South Africa these days? If you guessed the ICJ case, or the so-called white genocide, then you're pretty much on track. But I want to show you something you might not have been aware of. So hold on tight. Buckle up, Teddy. So right now, Israel and the United States are in big trouble. The trouble stems from a group in Yemen called the Houthis, who are attacking Israeli vessels, the ships, Israeli ships and American ships that are sailing through the Red Sea. This has been happening for a while now. The Houthis have been attacking Israeli and US ships, but they have scaled up their efforts now to a point where Israeli ships and US vessels just cannot pass through the Red Sea. Just so that you can get a better picture. So this is where the Houthis are in red. That's where they're operating, and that's where the ships would usually go, right? Along Yemen, right through to the Red Sea, towards Europe and Israel and so on. So as a result, these US and Israeli vessels now have to go through the Cape of Good Hope sea route. Now we're getting to the juicy part, so just hang on. So check where the Cape of Good Hope sea route is, in case you didn't know. So that's the red. That's in South Africa. So they used to, if you look at the blue, that's the route through the Suez Canal, Red Sea. Now they can't use that anymore. They have to go through the red, use the route in the red, along South Africa, along Cape Town. Normally they don't like this route because it takes longer. So they just want to go through the Red Sea and the Suez Canal. But they can't do that because it's difficult, you know. The Houthis are not playing. Enter Cape Independence. So the Cape Independence Advocacy Group, so they have written to the White House, or the Trump White House, to ask for America's assistance in ensuring that the Western Cape is a sovereign and independent country. And in exchange, the US gets to control the Cape of Good Hope sea route, which really right now is the lifeline for Israeli trade. So this is more than just about these Afrikaners and whatever. They're just pawns in a chess game. The motivations are bigger than that.
Yep. It does make sense if you think about it, but South African government, they're not smart because they have the upper hand in this. Literally, if they want to continue using our routes, the Western Cape routes, then hey, literally, we have the upper hand and we have a say and we have the bargaining chip. So now why are we acting as subservient and inferior to the United States? No, man, our government needs to grow a pair. When it comes to white policies or white people problems, our government is here. And Julius Malema said it. We are always inferior to white people. But when it came to dealing with Rwanda, when Kagame says they can deal with us any day, they threatened war on South Africa. You guys retaliated like hooligans. The hatred you have for black people, sis, you fail to see that you have the upper hand because you are blinded, and you are blinded by the masquerade of whiteness. You are blinded by that. No, if this theory is true that the American ships need an alternative route to go to Israel, then yeah, we have the upper hand and we hold the cards in this negotiation. That's why now this Cape Independence Group suddenly feels strong enough and powerful enough, because they know they hold the key to what America wants. And if America does their bidding and really invest in this Cape independence, we are screwed. Now we need people to grow a pair and really fight for the black people's interest. For once in your lives, for once in your miserable lives, fight for us. What do you think about this segment? Comment to us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss these groundbreaking conversations right here on the African Diaspora News.